Start interview.
Absolutely. Let's jump in. Good evening, Dibanshu. To start, could you tell me a bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Dipanshu. I am a full stack developer from Delhi. I completed my diploma in computer engineering from AIT, followed by my graduation in BCA. After that, I joined IntelliPath full stack development course, and now I am focused on one-stack development. For development, I use React and Tailwind for my front end, Node.js and Express for my backend, and for my database, I use MongoDB. One of my recent project is personal finance tracking app that extract data from PDF and so categorize spending through visual representation on dashboard. Right now, I am focused on improving my in backend skills and working on enhancing my communication, aiming for a full-time role in full stack development.
Thank you. Now, could you explain prototype and the prototype chain?
In JS, every object has an hidden properties and called prototype. A prototype is another function from which object is can inherit the properties and methods. For example, when we try to access a method that is not in current object, JavaScript checks the object prototypes, and if the object prototypes prototype, and this process is continued until it reaches the nulls, and this process is called as prototype chaining. Prototype chaining and prototype is help to maintain inheritance and code reusability.
Great. Let's move on. Could you explain what currying is?
A currying is a technique in JavaScript where a function with multiple parameters can convert it into a sequence of functions with taking each parameter at a time. Instead of passing all props together, JavaScript pass one prop at a time in a separate functions. In other words, we can say is currying is a process where a function with multiple parameter converted into uh, multiple functions with single parameter, and it help us to code usability, and it is easy to maintain and easy to read.
All right. Now, let's talk about React. Could you explain the difference between controlled and uncontrolled components?
In React, a control component is a component that's form handling is managed by React using state, and it is used by use state whenever we have to change any data in input. JavaScript change that update into state, and it is easy to maintain and more more preferable in React applications. And uncontrolled components are those components that is directly managed by DOM itself. And whenever we have to use these variables or values, we have to use user hook for getting these values.
Great. Now, can you explain the difference between authentication and authorization?
Authentication and authorization both are security concepts that are used in our projects or real world projects. Authentication is means um, whenever we have to log in a page, it check who is the user. For example, if we like, if we log in any website, it first asks the login and password, email and password, and then verify it if its user is exist or not. And on the other hand, authorization means that what the user is able to do. For example, if it's an admin, it can update and delete a user or can change schedule, but a normal user can't do it.
Perfect. Now, for the last one, could you explain normalization versus denormalization?
Normalization is used to reduce latency in database tables, and it simple means that in normalization, a large table divided into a smaller related tables and get and have relationship among these tables. In normalization, our data got mm, got more reliable and easy to maintain, and it use and remove duplicate data. On the other hand, denormalization means to to reduce tables and getting one table, and it is used for improved performance in database. And in denormalization, there is a duplicate data. Uh, the duplicate data is present for improving performance.
We've racked up the questions. I'll give you an overall assessment. I'd say you had a solid grasp on the concepts. You might want to refine some of the phrasing to keep it crisp, but your structure was clear. With a bit more confidence, you'll be golden.
Thank you.